Can anybody explain this? Why do these guys keep watching these videos? They know they don't like this channel. They too stupid not to watch the videos. Explain, 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 explain. Coach Shelton Harrison putting all you know to shame. Haters in my comment section can't stand my name. Say you hate my videos but your watch is still the same. Nothing else to do because your life is just lame. You a troll like that, a simp like that, a wimp like that, so fat like that you a blimp like that. I don't give a piss. How you gonna explain this? Get what you think, cause this is my channel. Forget about your feelings, cause the truth is hard to handle. Tick, 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 tock. Popcorn, pop, tart, part. Leave a racist comment and you will get blocked. Coach Shelton Harrison, there never be no comparison. You're live on the show, sit back and have a listen. And that's just the way that is. Alright. LDBC, this is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison. You're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Combat Sports Show Live. Well, I tell you what, man, what do I say about this fight? What do I really say? I mean, I really want to talk about the good. Well, no, really. Let's just talk about the bad and the ugly, because that's kind of what this fight was. Bad, super bad, and ugly. Listen. Alfredo Angulo, we know that this is his fighting style. This is what he does, okay? He comes straight ahead and he tries to maul you with punches. That's what he does. Now, I will admit, though, to my surprise, Alfredo Angulo was actually using some head movements, on his way coming into the inside. He was actually using head movements. He was slipping jabs, and I'm not used to seeing him do that. I'm just used to him walking in and, absorbing a lot of punishment and just going with it, But I will admit that I saw him doing some of those things, so I was like, oh, okay. But now, I thought Peter Quillen was going to come out and box, okay? I thought that he was going to box. I never thought that Peter Quillen would get into a slugfest with Alfredo Angulo. I never thought that. And, when I saw it, I'm like, what is Peter Quillen doing? What is he doing? And then, and second, and I look at the end of the fight. Okay, now the punch stats said that Peter Quillen threw damn near twice as many punches. I mean, landed twice as many punches, okay, as Alfredo Angulo. How did Peter Quillen still lose the fight? I'm still trying to get that one. I'm trying to understand. Okay, or, and I start questioning those punch stats because I'm like, wait a minute. Alfredo Angulo is landing a lot more than what they showing. Because when I looked at the fight again, I'm like, wait a minute. Whoa. These punch stats are all off, okay? Me, I kind of thought they were about even, okay? I thought the stats were about even, but no. The punch stats say that, Peter Quillen landed almost twice as many punches as Alfredo Angulo, okay? That's what it said, okay? Peter Quillen fought a terrible fight, okay? You're going to get in there and try to slug with the slugger. It don't make sense. It's pure stupidity, man. And it's almost like Peter Quillen didn't have his legs. He couldn't move. And I guess Father Time has completely caught up with Peter Quillen. Even from the opening bell, Peter Quillen looked as if he was concussed. Before Alfredo Angulo threw a single blow, it just looked like Peter Quillen was completely concussed. And I'm sitting here like, yo, what is dude doing, man? What is dude? I mean, you saw some shades of Peter Quillen. You saw him trying to, do a little bit of shoulder roll, and you see him try to counterpunch. You saw him trying to do a couple things, but then he lost patience, and then he just started slugging with the slugger. When you're a boxer and you try to slug with a slugger, that matchup usually doesn't work out well. And there were points in the fight where Peter Quillen was staggered, man. He was staggered, and I thought he was about out. I thought he was about to go. Like, I don't know, I'm not used to seeing Kid Chocolate fight so stupidly. I don't even want to call it reckless. The man fought a very stupid fight. And against a guy like, Alfredo Angulo, who his prime years have been past him. Angulo done took so much beatings and punishments in the ring. It's imagine that this man still got a complete thought. These two guys, they shouldn't be allowed to fight anywhere. Okay, they shouldn't be. It's just amazing. I mean, folks, boxing just tends to give you something to talk about all the time. And when I look at Kid Chocolate, I'm like, yeah, this dude, this is not the guy who he was 3-4 years ago. It's not the same guy. And Peter Quillen, he's been very inactive. And then all of a sudden, he's in a fight. He's back in a fight. Man, he looked slow. He looked lethargic. It's just, everything just looked wrong with Peter Quillen. Angulo looked pretty much the same as he always looked. Come straight ahead. Angulo did a good job of cutting off the octagon. I don't even want to call this a post-fight analysis. I just want to call it a thought. And I think this, man. I think Peter Quillen need to consider just go ahead and just hang it up, man. I think Quillen need to go ahead and just get out. Get out now while you still got your faculties. Get out now while you're not getting in there with a puncher. Because Angulo, he's not a power puncher. He's not a guy that can put you out. Oh, but there are guys out there that can. And if this guy, and I'm looking at him, and he was looking just like Adonis Stevens was right before Adonis Stevenson got knocked out. I swear. And I'm not making fun or picking on Stevenson, because that's nothing to laugh about, y'all. But he was moving the same way. And if Angulo had even the slightest amount more power, this guy could have been walking out he could have been rolled out of there on a stretcher. This guy could have been in a coma. This guy could have been, Peter Quillen was already concussed. He was already concussed, man. I mean, I don't even, it's pointless to do a breakdown of the fight. It's pointless. Because what did I see? I saw two men in that ring that should no longer be fighting. One man done been beat so hard, he done been beat so bad that, he don't even know that, the fight game done passed him by. And I'm talking about Angulo. And then we got another guy who in there who, for all intents and purposes, this man moving like he done already got beat up and knocked out, and he ain't even took a single punch. This is an example, man, of you fighting too much. This is an example of two men. They just need to go on and hang this up. Okay, the fight game done passed these guys by. The fight game is over for these guys. And if they get in there against a credible opponent, and right now these are two gatekeepers. Okay, these are two Angulo been a gatekeeper for a long time. Peter Quillen has entered the ranks of the gatekeeper. He's there. Okay, he's there. This is no longer Kid Chocolate. Okay, this is Kid Crap. It's what it is, man. If you going in here and you getting beat up by Angulo, you got to really start evaluating your career. You got to evaluate this, because is this something that you probably need to be doing for a long term? Is this something that you need to continue doing? Okay, Peter Quillen looked horrible. He looked terrible, man. And when Angulo has more head moving than you, that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing at all, man. And maybe I don't. Maybe I missed some of the shots that Peter Quillen landed. They say he landed about 280 punches, and Angulo landed about 150. I don't know, man. I don't know about that. I don't know if I believe that. I thought Peter Quillen got hit a whole hell of a lot more than that, y'all. I thought he did. That's just my opinion. I thought Peter Quillen got hit much more than that. You see, man, the thing of it is, man, that when a fighter fights, everybody got something invested in it. You got the trainers, they get their cut. You got the promoters, they get their cut. You got the managers, they get their cut. But the only person who's getting cut is a fighter when he steps into that ring. And unfortunately, if a fighter can no longer fight, if he's beat up or knocked out or put in a coma in that fight, the fighter might not be around to spend that money. But the manager and the promoter, they'll still be here. And they'll spend their cut.